sit or sprint? Typical predicament for an anti-bottom runger like me. Wish I never snuck in here to begin with. Seemed like a good idea at the time. Nah, it was a great idea. So much stuff for the taking around here. Motherload of loot. Plenty to get me back in the sprag race. Just didn't account for all these crabbles. Real fly in the old ointment. I could just sit tight, live lean off all these supplies, hope the crabble skedaddle, or maybe open the door and bolt. Seems like a good idea. Nah, it's a great idea.
This looks like the place. No, I haven't felt this high-strung since Horizon Point. Just hope he's here.
Niles.
Howdy, Zeb. You look... well.
Has my mind been set upon by shadows? I thought you dead.
Can't imagine why you think that. I've only been gone 4 years.
Oh, back from your little saunter then, are you? Head all cleared? I must say you took quite the perambulation. I hope you didn't wear out your rotation adapters. And who precisely are you? Another Earth Directorate cast-off? I hope not for your sake. Niles doesn't have the best history of looking after his friends.
Bring that boil down to a simmer, Zeb. This is my commander, one who was with me at Horizon Point.
So, you are keeping company these days. Just not mine. That would depend on what vision you have for Arcadia's future. Everyone seems to think they alone know what's best for this colony.
Look, I'm not just here to gas you over with empty apologies. I want to set things right between us.
Oh, now you want to help. Where were you when the war happened? Or when I was being carted off to mental refreshment? Where were you when I actually needed you?
I know I let you down before, but give me a chance to earn back your trust. There must be something I can lend you a hand with. I know you haven't given up the fight.
I haven't the time to patch your bleeding conscience, Niles. I'm in a situation that demands my full attention.
It's Baines. My team's been caught. Pharaoh and March are dead. Protectorate are holding the rest for interrogation. A ship is inbound to take us off-world, to the consul himself. I barely managed to evade capture. Damn it! It looks like the data went through, but there's something wrong with the connection. The cipher isn't transmitting.
Found her! You there! Step away from that terminal at once!
Audra! Fuck! It's all coming apart.
I knew something was wrong. What have you gotten yourself into here, Zeb?
That was one of my operatives. I organized a mission to infiltrate the Vox to acquire valuable intelligence. But obviously, something's gone wrong. Without that cipher, the intelligence is worthless. But I'm more concerned about my people at the moment. If you're sincere in your desire to help, prove it. Rescue my friends before that ship departs with them on board. Please. Do you think me unaware of that obvious fact? But as I said, these are my friends. This was my plan. Regardless of the risks, I must try and see them return safely.
Sounds like a mission for two of the Earth Directorate's best. Don't you think, Commander? I am. Without question.
Okay. If they're sending a ship, that means my people are being held on the Vox's landing pad. Use my call sign so they'll know you for an ally. I'm certain Niles remembers it. And do exercise discretion, as well as caution. The guards at the Vox won't hesitate to fire upon you, should you be discovered.
Not to worry. This is exactly the sort of thing we're trained to handle.
Yes, but the uniform doesn't stop bullets, as I'm sure you recall.
Good thing we know a doctor then.
Then let's hope the ship also takes its time arriving, and that my friend's pain threshold withstands any attempts to soften them up for the consul.
Let's get them over with!
Concerned for the commander's well-being.
They did me in! Up.
Unknown personnel, possibly nearby.
Guns cocked and loaded. Let's get the signal.
Here on Eden, we all enjoy the full luxury the paradigm affords us. A perfect life of contentment and plenty. We have
Huh.
community,
Well,
purpose, time,
Tracy's not shooting the water anymore.
we sleep well at night.
Visitors, huh? Just meandering about, free of any appointed minder? Not so sure I ought to be speaking with you. If you need someone to talk to hereabouts, I suggest you seek out Vigilant Hogarth. That tall, stately building back yonder is his domicile. Do hate to come off impolite. If you're so inclined, we can pick this up later, after you two confabulate. Word to the wise, despite what you might hear, we still consider ourselves part of the Protectorate. Anyone spots an outsider engaging in misdeeds might just open fire.
The matriarch chose Eden because she recognized it
The
as the perfect eco.
appeared right out of the aether. Just as I caught me reciting passages from a beacon to the cosmos, illustrating my steadfast fidelity. That part always hits me directly. To quote my personal log, an essential passage, rightful and true. Charlton Weintrott.
Devised the paradigm, a
Why,
meticulous
that's wonderful. I'm actually quite relieved a fellow customer like yourself somehow saw through my carefully maintained act. Others in Westport fail to perceive my true nature. I am hardly one of the herd around here. A reference you'll no doubt recognize from those keen Auntie's Choice commercials.
like those nettlesome
I am not familiar, though that does sound like one of their products. I refer to the ones for Purple Berry Crunch brand cereal. You likely guessed their influence right off, what with my assertive attitude and all. I laugh at danger. I hand-make my own luck. That character is a revelation. You and I are just like him. Get up and go-getters. Say, did Auntie's Choice send you here? Don't fret. I am exceedingly skilled at keeping secrets.
Extra added zeal for now, just to offset any minor disruption.
How I've waited to hear those words. Anything I might help with at present?
Gray gone astray? Book a stay today. Are you mentally refreshed?
Of course. Hey there, go-getter.
Under protection.
Choice sure sounds exhausting. I mean, you have to do it.
Record states as follows. All inhabitants are declared treasonous due to insufficient zeal in defense against seizure, sabotage, and/or manipulative indoctrinatory falsity.
Hey there, go-getter.
Our enemies envy our prosperity.
Greetings, non-protectorate wretched. However, I may offer you a limited selection of premium items. Initiating. Greetings, non-protectorate wretches. With regret, I must inform you that those outside our glorious society... However, I may offer... Initiating.
Patriarch herself designed
Seeing Zeb
it,
again
and the
went different than I expected. Not that I had high hopes. I surely wouldn't be opposed. Reckon you could put my name on a cake, too? Just aside, I must have imagined how that conversation was going to go a dozen times over the years. Never counted on Zebulon being so barbed. Maybe I ought to apologize straight away. But I'm not convinced I did the wrong thing, leaving. Had I stayed, who knows? Likely I'd have gotten us both killed.
the full luxury the paradigm affords us, a perfect life of
If you're talking Horizon Point, those were extenuating circumstances. Like hell if I'll take the credit for DeVries' body count. Anyway, I appreciate the check-in, Commander. Was there anything else you needed? Sure.
food is
I worry Zeb's
nutritious.
innovation. Sure, always.
We have everything.
Hey there, go-getter.
Prudence dictates we take a moment to rightly appreciate it all and thank the
Well, it's infect. You walked in here under your own steam and appear reasonably free of cuts, burns, or weeping lesions. So, I assume you're presently devoid of mortiferous injuries. Good. Because we've got more of that than we can handle. You haven't heard? When Antes invaded, they broke the seawall. Flooded nearly half the town below, where most of the domiciles were. A number of our subjects drowned. Others got concussed, or even crushed. A few were electrocuted or exposed to caustics. Took a while for our water purifier to catch up, so some drank tainted water, which is not good for you at all. I'm glad it's working again. All right, well...
Word.
Stay true, outsider. May you realign with the paradigm.
Imperfection is impossible when the mind is a
Right now, I
perfect
wish I could
symmetry.
program an automech to feel these feelings. You know, instead.
You returned.
No, anyway. Sure. Anyway. Sure.
Of course, it's part of the Sovereign's plan. He floods our houses, which makes more habitat for fish, which offers us more to eat, which gives us the strength to build new houses. But then, how do I cook the fish?
All inhabitants are declared treasonous due to insufficient zeal in defense against seizure, sabotage, and/or manipulative indoctrinatory falsity.
It is my esteemed pleasure to welcome you to Westport, once a shining testament to Protectorate excellence. Now a picturesque example of the evils of corporatism. But where are my manners? We do not have much, but please, let me offer you some victuals. Tut. I insist. Serving Unit 1. Something for the
Confirmative.
Perhaps you're wondering why I'd open my arms thusly for a stranger. Simple. As the guiding light for humankind, we always put our best foot forward, regardless of circumstance. I believe something still can be done. This town can be saved, its people given a reprieve. Were we to acquire the... What?
Comestibles served.
We of the Protectorate pride ourselves on our mech. We are not miracle workers, however. Without parts to work with, we've no hope of remaking our mechs to do tasks beyond their initial functions. We need repair mechs, domestic mechs, not combat ones. Serving Unit 1 here is about as much as can be accomplished without replacement parts.
Food is nutritious and plentiful. We have everything.
We are of like minds. We lack not the skill to do so. Our wily chief mechanist can reprogram the mech, but not without parts. Unfortunately, we lack ready availability of said parts.
You are the raw material for perfection.
Why, we're traitors. Now, either the Arbiters arrive to execute us, or this place falls on... These fine and decent folk don't deserve having their lives thrown away on account of... If I can return the settlement to a reasonable facsimile of its previous glory, sufficiently functioning by employing mechs reprogrammed to repair and rebuild, the Arbiters might see fit to penalize only me, commute the others' sentences, allow them to maintain things around here in the spirit of continuity and such. Hence my use of the term reasonable facsimile. I owe it to every single person here to try. What sort of payment do you seek? Don't imagine enough to lead and inspire those who work there, once at least. I was previously the ranking vigilant on this island. Why do you ask?
Even the most robust ecosystem, like
Difficult place to saunter into. Stations off limits to anyone without the highest security clearance. For anyone lacking reason to be there, it's assured suicide. In exchange for the automech parts we need, I can provide you means to get inside. Never dream of such a proposal in days of reason and quietude. Yet such is the here and now we find ourselves in. Wonderful. My unavoidable march to the gallows feels lighter already. At least now the parts can be found at the Euphoria Coast Automech Repair Center to the south. But do not, Under any circumstances, to get inside, you will need an access pass from the Ministry of Accuracy. Since we have all been marked as traitors, I cannot create one for you here. Farewell now.
Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea. It's the law.
Under protectorate law, we are bound to inform you that you enter a referendum locality. Record states as follows. All inhabitants are declared treasonous due to insufficiency in defense against seizure, sabotage, and manipulative indoctrinatory faulty. Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community. They sneer at our contempt.
Everyone knows the paradigm epitomizes the pinnacle of social order. Why? Because the matriarch herself designed it, and the sovereign embodies and executes on it. Throughout history, human societies were constantly out of balance. Individualism ran rampant. Depletion of resources and lack of community led to terrible suffering. Poor dears didn't have the firm, benevolent hand of the sovereign to guide them. Here on Eden, we all enjoy the
You are the raw material for perfection.
be at least a few usable parts in here. Aha! Ah, it's warped. Just like everything else. Hello there. You wouldn't happen to have found any usable parts in all this debris? Westport's stockpiles of replacement parts are nearly depleted. I need to find some parts to... Fortunately, there's nothing here that's salvageable. Auntie's bombs sure take their toll, don't they? Let's just say to fill Westport's need. True enough. But I digress. Was there anything else? Need to get back to my hut. Likewise, must be at least a few usable parts in here. Aha! Ah, it's warped. Just like everything else.
At the Automech facility, we'll unload and begin cataloging the state of the various Automechs.
Are you recording the drive? Cadet, I do not believe this is what the Sergeant intended by documenting the process. Here, allow me to handle it. Now where's the off switch? Boyd, we're being bombed! Disembark! Lose formation to the beach, double time! We can take shelter in the rocks! Praise the Sovereign. We made it. Halt! Everyone quiet. What's that clacking noise? Oh, shit! Crabbles! Form defensive perimeter type 14A! Ah!
Who goes there? By orders of Marshal Donaldson, no one comes or goes to the Automech Repair Center without approval. What's your business here?
We could use the assistance, that's for sure. The gas leak has made our automechs a touch unreliable.
Marshal Donaldson likes to greet new arrivals personally. We'll let him know you're inbound. Oh, and fair warning, watch out for xeranium gas. We sprung a leak. How observant of you. One more thing. Don't cause any trouble around these parts. Donaldson runs a tight ship and has zero tolerance for lawbreakers.
Prudence dictates we cherish all we have and defend it.
Did the authorities send you? Did my torrent of messages finally convince them of the vast crab-like dangers near at hand? What a relief. In here I thought myself dismissed as a loon. I speak. You must have spied those nefarious Crabbles. No one at the facility believes me, but I've seen it with my own eyes. Crabble numbers have swelled as they gather to defy us. A consortium, nay, an army. No, stranger. Thank you. With your confidence and support, I believe that... Remain strong, and together we will outlast the Crabble! Don't trouble me with automechanical matters. That life is behind me. Ask the quartermaster at the repair facility, assuming she hasn't been devoured by Crabbles. Getting better, I think. The Crabbles have seemed less menacing of late. Or maybe they're just biding their time.
All that matters is getting these other... What in the name of the art? Oh, right. My guards told me to expect a new arrival, right before our chief mechanist decided to harangue.
Marshal, you're acting as though I'm not standing here, arguing the impending doom of...
Woodrow, normally I would be obliged, nay, happy, to receive your senseless job. I hope you've come to help, because a crisis is bearing down on us, and I've a dearth of reliable hands with which to... You see, Woodrow, why, at this rate, we'll have the facility...
That's what scares me, Marshal.
Like you, me and my consternated head technician are new arrivals, though we may not last long. Ah, that's where you're in luck. Thanks to our resident Zeranium scientist, the Vox relay station needs our... Delphinia Bryant is working on a prototype Zeranium shield. Whoever uses it will be less disposable and more... What did I tell you? What?
Marshal, those... Should they go berserk, we may well be turning...
Then perhaps you had better explain to Brigadier
Montelli? I rescind my objection.
There's a good fellow.
Greetings. State your business. This unit...
Oh, this is surely exciting.
Command not...
Huh. I thought that would have put it into sales mode.
All wares...
Sorry, it tends to take...
Lull detected. Conversational status.
Does that one compute bit?
Affirmative. Initiating.
Oh, name's Hazel. I'm sort of the acting... You'd think that a fully stocked... Trouble is, a bunch of supplies went missing recently. Right around the... As a matter of fact, yes. Recently...
Protectorate Automechanicals feature advanced...
Logic can be a funny thing, you understand. One miss... Delphinia's lab would be the place to search. We use it...
Standard Earth Directorate protocol calls for a thorough grid search of the premises, Commander.
Are you acquainted with Delphinia? She's a scientist on Delphinia... Anyway, she's very... Best of luck in your search. See you soon, I hope.
Might be wise to give that large gas cloud a wide berth. I don't think there's anything to gain by...
Oh, yes, I adore interruptions. Now, what is it you want? Now that you mention, after several firm remonstrations, I told it the interior of this quite busy, Now, did you have some business here? Ah, our good Marshal sent you, did he? Assist me, and you'll... Now tell me, are you familiar with Zeranium gas? I haven't time to prattle unless I could speak. So what am I endeavoring to create? A protective device that shields its wearer. Sadly, there is a... While the device is nearly operational. Alas, while I'm occupied with inventing this shield... Good, good. Now here, you'll need this apparatus. It's for merely activate the device once it's inside. Try to avoid any fields of dense uranium, or death is... Normally, yes, but ideally, the resulting shielding will protect against any gas. Oh,
What brings you to this fine establishment?
Caught a piece of shrapnel during the attack.
Another humdrum workaday ailment, no doubt. Normally, failing that, I imagine you could ask the technicians here. One of them might know. Oh, what would you like to know?
Not sure we should get any closer.
my little minion. What did I tell you? Perfect. Should you suffer from any... Now, on to business. What's needed now is something to help capital to... You'll be pleased to learn there's one right here. You guessed correctly. So you may have trouble getting your hands on the catalytic amplifier. You must have seen the large automech patrolling the... Good. Failing. One last thing. The Dragoon... Well...
Give me a sec. Please understand. Why should I follow their example by reducing our sole working Dragoon to... If you really... I'd have sent someone to retrieve it myself, but Dragoons are stuck first. That would undoubtedly destroy the catalytic amp. You do good hunting.
Outer chassis sealant test number 14 is confirmed a failure. Uranium exposure rate appears to be unaffected. Test model displayed standard overload-induced paralysis, then became atypically aggressive.
Give me a sec. Almost done with this work list. She's right between the barracks and the main. Why should I follow their... If you... I'd have sent someone to retrieve it myself. Good.
Guns cocked and loaded.
Well, any closer to obtaining the... Oh, soup! With this gadget, you'll be shielded against more... Now, report to Marshal Donaldson, if you please. He's rather impatient. You do that.
I'm glad that whether or not uranium is hardly my area of expertise. I knew Dr. Bryant, seeing as you're the only one trained in the use. Make your way inside the repair hangar and find the and be careful with that terminal. We don't worry about wood. Yes, there is. That shouldn't stop us from delivering the money, but that isn't our problem to solve.
Outer chassis sealant test number 14 is confirmed a failure. Uranium exposure rate appears to be unaffected. Test model displayed standard overload-induced paralysis, then became atypically aggressive. Forced to terminate test model in self-defense.
Welcome. Glad to have you back.
First the attack, then there's uranium. At this rate, we're never getting caught up.
No target.
Negative. Pharmaceutical reload in progress. Agent vitals have fallen below acceptable parameters.
Prudence dictates we cherish all we have. Defend it. There's the attack. Then there's uranium. At this rate, we're never getting caught up.
In progress.
There's the attack. Then there's uranium. At this rate, we're never getting caught up.
Protocols not yet at charge.
I'm the one you need to worry about. Over there!
Please seek treatment for bodily trauma soon. As indicated.
Let's dismiss with the how do you do's. Electrical damage failing.
What have you done? The Zeranium now spews from the hangar more thickly than ever. The damage must have been more advanced than we thought. I knew I should have pushed the repairs earlier. Sure, a few may... This is my fault. The blame lies squarely on my shoulders. I gambled on an outsider rather than trusting my own resources. With this failure, I have likely doomed this entire island to the tender... No more will our stalwart subjects reap the bounty of this land. No more would the pleasant whine of servos accompany our mechanical servants. Instead, this island will be trampled by the boots of our enemies. It's as our stewardship is cast aside like so much detritus. Freaks, and worse, will despoil that and with the island eating their way deeper into Eden like Yes.
No need for that.